Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and in this video I'm going to show you guys some stuff that I recently picked up, the best of one of my PSA returns. I'm going to show you guys something that I bought from my distributor, and I'm going to let you guys know the price, and then we're going to open up a few Evolving Skies packs at the very end. So let's start off with a local pickup. The guy actually found me. He reached out to me and said he had some pretty cool stuff. And I'm going to show it to you. So we're going to start off with the PSA graded cards that I picked up. And I may be picking up more from him. Also, again, I apologize for not being able to do the live Tuesday night. My sinuses were pretty bad, and I didn't think that you guys would enjoy. I know that I wouldn't have been enjoying it, where I'm opening up packs and I'm sneezing and sniffling. I'm not really sure what happened there. I think it's something remnant maybe from when I had that high fever, but I don't know. All right, so got this cool Gengar V Max, and I picked up some of the Screams. I got 4 out of 5. He did have all 5, but he had a large list, and I was trying to get him something quickly. And we ended up, so I just kind of priced out some of the cards that were higher end. He had some Pristines as well. Check it out, the Magikarp and Wailord. Had a Blaziken V Max from Chilling Reign. Had the Giratina V from Lost Origin. I love this art. I like this better than the Umbreon V Max, but that's not the way I believe everyone else swings with that set. It's with this one, right? But also got that one in a pristine, and then the big boy had the Latias and Latios GX, in which these are going to be going up for sale. Now this is not something I picked up. I just ran out of special delivery Charizards in all grades sub 9 or sub 9.5, so I guess 9 and lower on CGC side. And then PSA I still have some 9s, but I'll be selling those in 9.5 now, and if I run out of my 9s, then I'll jump into the 10s. Also had these two, so there were 2 Umbreon VMAXs. You got the Charizard GX right here, in which I plan to just set these back. I'm going to put these back in my personal collection. The others I will be selling. Paid right at 26 grand just for those cards. Crazy. Next up we have this right here. We got a Charizard. This is from base set, and it is in BGS pristine, that 0.5 away from a black label. But I do agree. I believe the centering is off just enough left to right that it should not get that pristine black label premium. But it's still a really nice card. This one's going straight into auction, starting off at a penny. Now, I'll be curious to kind of see how the price holds up on BGS's side for that card. Next, I've got a PSA sub. Now, this is the best of the entire sub. It was about 70 cards or so. Everything else is pretty much sub 10. I believe I have like 2 Charmanders in a 10 that I have that's not in this stack. But everything else was 9s or 8s, and I did have 1 7. So when you see all these in 10, just know that there's a handful of them that were graded for Abra that were all 8s and 9s, and then I got the 110. So we got an Abra, got Charmander. Charmander I did have 3 10s. Charmeleon, just pulled the 1. These all come from those Steam decks. I picked out some of the best ones to send to PSA. I was really hoping for a lot more 10s. But I only hit maybe like a 15% ratio. 10 sounds too low, 20 sounds too high. There's a Haunter, Ivysaur, Machoke. The card that I sent in the most of was Pikachu. I think I had about 10 of those, 10 Shadowless Pikachus. And I didn't hit a single 10 on any of them. They were all 9s. Ponyta, got Staryu. And this may have been why I did send in a few modern cards. So I did send in this Charizard EX. It pulled the 10. I sent in the special illustration rare Charizard EX from Obsidian Flames. Also pulled the 10. And then there was one more modern card. We have this Blastoise, the special illustration rare. And it also hit the 10. So that could have been the reason why. I don't know. But all of those, they will be going up for sale. I'm going to just hit it wherever we're at in the market. Check this out. So I was breaking down some stuff, and my daughter jumped in. She had to break down 10 Charizard UPCs, and then she could have one of the empty boxes, and then I'm going to pay her $5 an hour as well. but she wanted to help out, and that was a way for her to keep one of those. A lot of the times when I give the kids some of the stuff that's extra from Pokemon, they love playing with it, but then it ends up all over the floor. But check it out. She pulled a red tape pack, or red stripe, whatever you want to call it. If you've never seen one of these, don't feel like it's weird, because you see right there, this is kind of like the end of the line, end of the wrapper roll type pack. I've only pulled 2 ever from sealed product, and I guess technically I've only pulled 1 because my daughter pulled this one out. The other one I pulled from a Gym Challenge pack years ago, and it was a box that had come in on consignment. But I thought this was just really cool. If you've never seen one of these, they are legitimate. I don't even know if it's actually the end of the wrapper roll. I think it's like middle, kind of like where maybe it's put together. I'm not too sure how it works, but this is a thing that can happen with packs. And the cards inside, they're not going to be any special. She was like, open them up. Are they going to have a red stripe? I'm like, no, if we open this up, the value's pretty much gone. The value is in the wrapper itself. All right, next, and I said I was opening up Charizard UPCs because I was. So my distributor had these up on the website, and I was like, hey, I would like to buy 240 of these. What kind of price can you do? Usually they knock down a little bit of a little bit off the price just because I request a specific product and I've got a bit of tenure with them. And then if I request high quantity like that, then they'll usually knock even more off. But they knocked $3 off the price down to $197. Now you might be thinking to yourself, $197 really isn't that good of a deal for a Charizard UPC. I mean, it's not. But what I do like about it is that for one, it is lower. Two, because it's through my distributor, sales tax is taken care of. But also, I can get them all in one place, and they can be shipped all at once. So I only have to deal with them, and then I pay for it pretty much as soon as I get the product. So a lot of money, about $50,000. But here's the main reason why. Because these promos are just they seem to be really hot. I'm selling a lot of these in the 9 and lower grades. Even the 9.5s for the Charizard V-Star, I'm pulling like $70 for or something like that. But if you hit 10s on any of these, even on the CGC side, the price just goes up dramatically. Now, there are really good packs inside. Included are, you do have Evolving Skies. You've got 3 Evolving Skies, typically 4 Fusion Strike, 1 Vivid Voltage, 3 Brilliant Stars, 3 Astral Radiance, and 2 Lost Origins. So a lot of good, solid Sword and Shield sets. But the value is going to come from the packs, and then as well as this. I think you're looking at about 140 to 150 or so in value for the booster packs. And then I guess you'll be paying about $60 or so for something like this if you get it at a price that, like I did. However, if I'm thinking correctly, the Charizard UPCs on like TCG Player around 220 or so, and you'll probably have to pay sales tax on top of that. So you're going to be looking at a little bit more. So I do believe it's at a price where it's about where it should be. Like these right here, I mean, this is not cheap to be paying $60 a piece for these things. I mean, the promos inside, yeah, you might be able to pull 30 a piece out of them, but you're not looking at a whole lot of markup, especially if you're buying just 1 or 2. And you really have to optimize it by getting these graded, and hopefully you get them graded well. The problem is, look at this one right here. I mean, you can tell from this very front card that this one right here, that's not going to get a 10. I mean, it's OC to the left and down. So, I mean, it's not enough to get an OC qualifier to where you have a little bit of markup on the price. So it's just going to be off enough to where it probably gets a 7 or an 8 if you send it off to be graded. Now, that's not to say that the rest of the cards are like that, but this was a common issue among these. Like you can see this one's a little bit better left to right, but still got the same issue top to bottom. And if I go through all of these, then I would probably find some that will do very well, and that's kind of where you can get your money back. But I'm still banking on these cards. I believe in these for the long run. You know, these got so cheap. I mean, it was printed into, I mean, it was just printed into the ground. People had access to these things for what, a year? At like $70, $70, $80 for a Charizard UPC. Prices have come up, but most of that has been because of the movement of the packs. Now, these have moved some, but it's not been like crazy significant unless you have the 10s. Of course, the 10s are a bit higher, but this isn't like an easy 10. These are pretty tough to get in 10. Now, if you get lucky like PK on your first try, you might be able to hit all 3 of them in a 10. But I don't think that's the norm. But that's what I'm buying. I'm not telling you guys to buy it. I'm not even saying like there's an arbitrage opportunity there going on right now. In fact, I think it's right about where it should be, looking at the promos and the packs that come in it. However, that is what I'm buying, and because of that, I've got a handful of extra Evolving Skies. This has not been the best to me in the past when I've just opened up random Evolving Skies packs, but we're going to do it. We've got 10 packs here at about $20 a pack. I mean, this is about $200 worth of Evolving Skies packs that we're going to open up. If you don't hit an alternate art, you're pretty much bust, but we're going to try. We're going to see what happens. One down, only Eldegoss. Wobbuffet, Sharpedo. I did check them to make sure that they were not God packs. So I have opened up enough to know that that is not the case. If it were, I'd probably just rip them. Last time I had 300 Evolving Skies packs opened by some people here. They pulled 6 Moonbreons. That was crazy. And that wasn't the only alternate arts. There were several Rayquazas pulled as well. So far, no hits in the first half of Evolving Skies. So if I do put some Evolving Skies up on the website, just keep in mind that it's likely Evolving Cries. Either you hit big or, ooh, look at that. Got a Noivern. So we did hit an alternate art. This one is OC. I think that's enough to where it looks really bad, but I don't know if it would get the qualifier or not. On the back, it's actually pretty good. Wow, I was not expecting to actually hit something decent. Where's a... There we go. We put that in a nice little sleeve there. Got the Batman. I forgot that one was in there. Cards like that get overshadowed because of cards like Umbreon and Rayquaza. Got another Sharpedo. Still got 2 packs to go though. This is the only hit that we've had. Nothing there. Got a Pinsir and a Comfy. Last pack. And we pull a Salamence, Drampa, double dragon. You guys remember the double dragon from Roaring Skies? No, yeah, Roaring Skies. It's very similar to Evolving Skies. All right, so there you go. There's the one hit out of 10 packs that I don't know if it's worth $200. I doubt it, but who knows? I'm going to send it to be graded. Who knows? Maybe it'll get the OC qualifier and get the 9 OC. That'd be kind of cool. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have questions, as always, feel free to ask. Send me an email. If not, I will likely see you next Tuesday unless something comes up with the CGC Protos. So far, no update. They've had my cards since Monday. Thanks.